Gaming Granny coming at you from episode 6 of Stranded Deep. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that you hit that like button, drop us a comment down below, and share this video. Help us to grow. We are currently at 52 subscribers. So we're trying to make the channel grow. What I'm going to do this episode is a little bit different than I've been doing before. My episode 5, I kind of fast forwarded a little bit, kind of just showed clips, but I'm going to actually cut it. So right now I'm just leaving the aircraft carrier, which is where we were at the end of episode 5. We're going to try and make our way to a couple of islands in search of potatoes and getting prepared for the megalodon attack. So right now we're back on main island, and I have added a few things. So we now have a furnace, a plane station. Of course, we've been able to make cloth and leather for a bit, and I added a couple of water things. I think actually at this point I only have one. I do. Coming up in a further clip, you'll see me make 2 more water stations, so that I have a total of 3. I apologize for coughing. My allergies have been flaring up really bad, so I've been having a lot of trouble with my COPD today. So I do apologize ahead of time if I start coughing. Just bear with me. Okay, so I want to get a garden started, and one of the trophies is to plant all of the crops. So you've got the aloe, and then there's the PP plant, you got potatoes, you got yucca, I can't think of the one that starts with an a javi, something helps you with breathing. But then there are 2 fruits, and so I've got to try and find all of those in order to get the trophy of having everything planted on the same island. But what I'm doing now is just making a few adjustments to the main island so that I can, that's just what you gotta do. You gotta go around gathering resources, improving things. But I'm still in search of a potato. So I'm going to go to the next island. I'm just trying to figure out what direction to go. I know that as far as the megalodon on this game is to the southeast, I believe, of the main island. I apologize. Okay, so I had found a clay deposit, and I made a pile of clay. One of the things that I wanted to do was make the clay jars, because it'll be easier once I do the garden to use the clay jar. It allows you to put 5 water in the jar, whereas the leather pouch only allows 3. So you take the clay and some lashings, and you go to the furnace and you craft the clay jars. So that's what I'm doing now in preparation for farming. And I'm also working on building the stove. So that's how we're going to actually make gasoline once we find potatoes. Alright, so I'm just gonna continue to work on other preparations, and I'll be right back. Alright, so at this point I've made it to a new island. Gotta clear out some of the wildlife in order to see if there's a potato on this island. I hate these snakes. It is so hard to see them sometimes. Trying to figure out where that snake went. Right by my boat. You're dead. Okay, there's the pig. No, that's about it. Grab down. Here's another snake. There, that one's easy to see there. Not easy to hit, obviously, because I'm more on a mist. I see Spike. Alright. Okay, so we've got him killed. Let's fast forward a little bit more and go to the next part. Actually, I didn't fast forward there. All I'm doing now is looking for a potato, and I'm hoping that one of these islands will actually have one. All we need is one to get our garden started. Because then we can always replant the potato that we grow. Now I'm just checking to see if there's any other little plants besides, because you never know what you're gonna find. And there's the potato. Alright, so let's head on back to the island. So now that we're back at the island, I'm going to get some water. We're going to get this potato planted. We've got to add some water to our crops and start getting ready to grow potatoes so that we can produce fuel, because we're going to need fuel for several things. One, if we want to escape, you have to be able to fuel up the airplane. Two, if you want a gyrocopter, you'll need fuel for that. And then if you put a motorboat or motor on your raft, then you're going to need it for that. But we already have another potato that's grown at this point. So we're off to a good start with that. Now my hunting skills by this point are pretty good, and I'm getting prepared and getting closer to wanting to go ahead and take on the megalodon. Now I don't know if the megalodon is easier than the eel or whether it's easier than the squid, but I just went with the megalodon because I don't know. Just because. Alright, so I'm on another island at this point in time, and the uh, the Megalodon is like straight ahead of where I'm basing right now. So the point is, I'm gonna get on this island, make a ton of spears, get ready for the fight, make sure that my health is good, and I've already started to get a bunch of spears. So what I'm gonna do next is I'll save my game, and then I'll head on out to do the first battle, and hopefully we can get this Megalodon. But I don't want to fight him at night. I want to make sure I've got enough stuff, and I do. So I think I'm going to go ahead and head to the boat and get ready to raft out to where the Megalodon is. Alright, so we've arrived. We're getting closer. I'm going to go as close to it as I can. And I'm going to drop my anchor. And then that way, should I need to get up on the boat for something, I can. I don't want to be too far away because you can actually see the broken ship where he's at. And I'm going to try and get up underneath of that and use it kind of as a shield. But should he really get me and I need to get back on the boat, I want to be close to it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here and drop my anchor. Now, you don't want to be on top of it because it actually will jump over. Here we go. Our shot is stuck in the ceiling. Not off to a good start. Hopefully I won't miss too many times. I do know that if you do miss and you're doing this, you can get some of your spears back, but you're taking a chance on him getting you. But I would just kind of, grab one, get back under. Wait a minute, get in there, grab one, back under. That's why it's best to have extra stuff on your raft. Excuse me. About halfway. That was an absolute mess. You can also, if he's close enough, you can just stab him and it still counts. Oh my god. This is my first time ever fighting him. I've seen other people on YouTube play it. I was doing some research about the game. Getting there. One, maybe two more hits, I would say. Always got me. Always got me. Grab the spear while I'm at it. I gotta get back. Alright. Bandage used. We can do this. Yes, that got him. Alright. Megalodon is down. Alright. We did the first match. We got him. He's dead. Alright, now I just want to get back to my raft and I want to get back to at least the island I came from to be able to save, because I'm always afraid when I do something like that, my power's gonna go out, or the game's gonna freaking glitch out and shut down, and yeah, that would be just a little bit aggravating if you beat the boss and all of a sudden you lose it because you haven't saved, but for whatever reason the game crashes or funny thing is, I couldn't figure out how to get up onto the raft. But later on I learned if you're on the PlayStation, if you just look at the boat and hold X down, you'll climb up on the boat. You don't gotta do all this jumping and hope you get up there. You have to excuse my ignorance. I'm learning the game. It's a brand new game to me, so I know now. Alright, let's make our way to an island. You're close by. gotta have fun with it being a storm. It's aggravating because it slows everything down, tries to push you out of the way. Seems like it takes forever to move. Every time I'm out sailing, all I can think about is SpongeBob. 10 hours later. I can see it. Alright, gonna jump off, go over here, sleep and save. You know, it's crazy. It just stormed. You would think that these plants would be completely full and not need to be watered, but they're not. And I don't know if that's a glitch or what, but sometimes it will have it to where the rain actually does fill them, and then other times not. So I don't know if you have to be on the island the entire time that it's storming. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. If you guys know, tell me in the comments, because I really don't know. I'm still learning as I go. Just trying to organize a little bit. I want to get all my crafting skills up too because I want to be able to do the gyrocopter. I don't know that I'll ever fly it or use it or any of that. I just build it because, again, that is one of the trophies, and when I go back to complete all the trophies, I'd like to have as many done while I'm playing the game, so that there's fewer I have to do at a later time. My potatoes right now are more important to me than anything, because even if my crops were to go bad, you can always knock them down, and even if the fruit or whatever says that it's spoiled, you can still plant it and it grows and it's normal. So, 'cause I've had my crops go bad because lack of water, or maybe I was gone too long because I was over at one of the other islands for too long. Always keep your water, the fiber filled up. You can either use palm branches or you can use the fibrous leaves, because either one of them works. But if you don't have that full, it's not going to collect water. If you're trying to get your crops full of water, which is what I'm trying to do, so that I can go to another island for an extended period to prepare. You can also use fibrous leaves for your campfire, so if you don't have sticks, like I have no trees on this island, but there's tons of fibrous leaves that show up pretty much daily, and then, you know, the yucca plants, you get usually 6 fibrous leaves off of it. Excuse me. Alright, so I made the Megalodon trophy, and eventually I'm gonna make a little shelter or whatever with a wall so that I can put it up on the wall. But I'm trying to figure out how to do the parts, and I didn't notice when I had that up that there's an airplane on the story tab. So in order to make the part for the airplane, you go to the story tab and then click over to go to the where the airplane is, and that's where you'll make your parts. Each time you defeat one of the bosses, it'll give you the option to make the part. So I don't remember which part is which for which one, but I believe the propeller is what you do with the Megalodon. Now we're going to get this going so that we can start making gasoline. Petro, fuel, gasoline, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, this is pretty much, I think, where we're going to end the video for today. First off, I want to thank you for joining in and watching. Thank you for being patient with me during my little trip through the Stranded Deep series, because I'm learning as I go. I had never played this game until, I don't know, I guess it's been a month ago I started playing it. And like I've said before, I was playing it for free on PlayStation Plus because I had the premium and I could play whatever I wanted that was on there for free. So I got really wrapped up in it, but then my PlayStation Plus expired and I didn't have the money to renew it. I mean, just for the middle tier of the PlayStation Plus, it's like 16 something with tax and all. But when they had the days of play for PlayStation available, this game became $7.99. I only paid $8. So for half the price, I was able to play the game anytime I want to. Unfortunately, you can't play with other people if you don't have PlayStation Plus, but it's still nice to have the game to play anytime that I want. But once again, thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers now. We're at 52. My grandkids always want me to say that if we ever get so lucky as to make it to 1,000 viewers, we will do a face reveal. But that's a long way off, but we can get there if everybody pitches in and does their part. So just hit that subscribe button. There's all kinds of games that I play. I promise I will constantly upload. It's not about getting famous, it's about creating memories with my grandkids. So help us make that a possibility. Anyway, if you've already subscribed, make sure that you hit that like button. Drop us a comment down below. Let us know something about yourself. Just say hi. It doesn't matter. Whatever. And make sure that you share this video. The more of your friends that join and subscribe, the quicker we grow. Anyway, till next time, we'll see you on the flip side.